Court does call the case of the people versus Robert Jones.
Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Morgan Barroso on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. William Amadeo, P76194 for Robert. Robert, please state your name for Judge Simpson, his staff, and Prosecutor Barroso know it is you.
Robert Louis Jones, Jr.
First of all, Your Honor, thank you for hearing this motion. I'm taking over this case. I know you and your staff read everything, and I wrote in detail about this man. I wouldn't represent somebody who would disrespect your court, Judge. And clearly he dropped the ball here. Dropped the ball in a bad way. But the life he's led is admirable.
So his brand new attorney just told the judge this guy has led an admirable life. And 10 seconds later, we find out the whole case started because he was cheating on his partner of almost 3 years. Even the judge isn't buying that word choice.
Whoa. Really?
His history.
Okay. Mr. Amadeo, because I trust you and I believe you, I want to be sure you know what happened during the trial in terms of the evidence that came in.
I understand, Judge.
Which part do you understand?
I understand that this case never should have went to trial.
No, he's entitled to a trial. You also know me. I'm just going to be real. You're telling me, and I know you're telling me in good faith, that this is somebody admirable. And I'm not going to punish you for this. But a woman writes me a letter that there is this committed partnership that he's in for the last 7 years. Right?
Yes.
During the course of the trial, it was about a woman who he was involved in a supposed committed relationship for almost 3 years. If that's not bad enough, what led to the entire dispute was because he took some other woman to the movies, and got seen by somebody. So I'm not saying it's falling on deaf ears. I'm not, but I don't know that somebody can start out saying this is an admirable guy. I mean, maybe that's people's standards. It's not mine.
Well, if I could try to clean up the mess.
I don't know that your broom's that big, but go ahead, take a shot.
His partner, who's an amazing person, is in the court today, and she's going to be stronger than any probation officer would be. She's heartbroken over this. I understand what came out at trial, and I understand how you were disrespected. But I also understand, if I could at least argue this point, and Judge, I understand you're the boss here, but I have to advocate.
Go ahead.
I get that, Judge. He is a great father. He's a hard worker. He had no previous criminal history for 20 years. I'm not asking for a gift. I'm asking that he goes on tether and house arrest just to be able to support his daughter. If I was on this case, Judge, things would have went a different direction. I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus, but I do have control of this man. He is humbled. He has been given a major wake-up call. I ask you to consider all those factors when you render your decision today.
All right. Can I just say one other thing? It wasn't even so much about, it wasn't about disrespecting me. I think you need to also understand that part, because I don't know what he told you. But it was what he was doing during the course of the trial to the victim while she was testifying to victim one, the one that he was involved in, and then her sister. And I watched him the entire trial. And if his eyes could have ripped, is he okay? Because if he's not okay, they could take it back.
No, I'm fine.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Okay. Can he sit down, Judge?
Yeah, he gets there. No, I'm not. You're gonna have to take him back, because I don't know what's going on with him. Because I'm not. He's not. He just fell a second time.
And this is the moment everyone's talking about. Mid-hearing, he just goes down. The judge stops everything, checks if he's okay, and the whole thing gets pushed to Monday. You cannot script this.
What do we have now? What I would do, I'm not going to proceed with this motion without him, but I don't think he's in. I don't know what's going on. So I can hear it tomorrow. I can hear it Monday. I can hear it whenever. I don't know that Ms. Barros, well, she's always working, but she's usually not here on.
Yeah, my only concern, what time tomorrow would you be available, Judge? I have to be all over the state tomorrow.
I never go home.
Could you do mid-afternoon?
Monday, are you available on Monday?
That's true. We are already.
I have to be in Oakland County Monday morning. I got to be in Wayne late. And I was really wanting to try to be heard today if possible. I don't know what just happened here.
I don't either, but I know that he wasn't in a position for me to hear a motion regarding his release. That's all I know.
Is there any way tomorrow afternoon would work at all?
Like I said, I'm here, but I'm not trying to force anybody to be here. I don't think any of us expected this to happen. So, I mean,
For not, I haven't had a prep day in about 3 weeks.
I don't know. You've been doing just fine without it. No.
Like to not work all weekend.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry.
If we had to go to Monday, could we do Monday afternoon? Because
I am here literally all day on Monday, so whenever works for you.
what time would work for you, Judge, on Monday afternoon?
2:00. All right.
And if I were to revise anything in the emergency motion, would that be acceptable to the people in the court?
Well, if you send it to me and then, I mean, it depends on what the revision is, but I mean, I'll hear anything anybody wants to say. I don't have a problem. So I'll just adjourn this out to Monday is what, the 1st?
Yes.
All right.
July 1st, 2024 at 2 p.m.
Thank you, Judge.
On continue.
Your Honor, William Amadeo, P76194, on behalf of Mr. Jones. Rob, please say your name for Judge Simpson and staff, and Prosecutor Barrasso know it is you.
Robert Jones.
Thank you.
So, Your Honor, I'm going to continue with our motion, which was on Thursday. Thank you for granting us this time today. As I stated, well, he's been in jail 6 days now. He is a good father. He does have retained counsel. I'm going to argue he's not a threat to the community, even by the people's own response. There was no physical abuse. While I understand some things were developed in our last hearing, I do think Mr. Jones, giving him GPS tether and house arrest to just allow him to support his daughter and go to work in medical conditions would be a positive thing for him. He'd be able to provide for his children. That's all I'm asking today, Judge.
From the people.
Your Honor, we would just rely on our response. The only thing I would like to add is that I am not exactly sure how Mr. Jones plans on working or providing for his family as he does delivery services, which, unless I was wrong, I think that there was a request for home confinement in this case. If that was not the case, I apologize, but.
There was home confinement with the ability to go to work, just not to go out.
And so I'm not sure how that would work because he's doing delivery to home addresses. And that makes me concerned, especially if they're in the Saline area, which appears to be the case because he's delivering from.
As I stated before, he's trying to support his daughter. That is my whole agenda here. He has been in jail 6 days. I basically want to help this man support his child. That's my whole agenda here, Judge.
Well, if I put him on a GPS, Mr. Amadeo, how's he going to move? Because that wouldn't, I mean, it seems to me that with the type of work that he's having, you're asking me to give him a GPS really without any restrictions. Jones, anything you want to tell the court?
I will continue before the incarceration. I was following all of the court's orders to stay away and no contact and honor the court's orders, and I did that the entire time, and I continue to do the same thing. I apologize to the court for my behavior, for being here in this courtroom for the case I had. That's my responsibility. I accept that. But my 25 years, over 20 years, I haven't been involved in any issue with the court, and I plan on getting back to, the right thing and take care of my daughter and doing the right thing and honoring the court.
I also understood that one of the victims, I thought, did the same type of work
at that location, but I will not be at that location.
Okay, go ahead. What were you going to say? He's showed up there.
Yeah, well, even when he had the no contact order and he didn't leave, he still stayed around. He kind of hung around
closer. Yeah,
he hung around where we were.
he came right to the register right next to us like twice.
No contact.
Your Honor, just to be clear, while he was there, he was working at that time. He wasn't just hanging out in the area. He was only there for work.
Right. But I get that, but that's not.
If he changes his zone, there'll be no excuse or any justification to be near.
Well, there wasn't any reason for any excuse before now.
I understand that, Your Honor, but I am trying to fix what went wrong here. And I do think if he's able to support his daughter and stay away from the victims, it does accomplish both those things.
I mean, but Mr. Amadeo, and I get what you're saying, but you're asking me to trust him to do that. He just got here, told me that he hasn't violated that order, and I'm sitting here listening to the victims saying that he has.
I'm saying,
and then I still haven't resolved the whole Instagram issue regarding that message that got sent.
What I think he's saying, Your Honor, is he didn't violate bond. He was just working.
Well, but that's not true. That's what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is he was not to have contact with them. He wasn't supposed to be in their vicinity.
Your Honor, the magistrate told me in the arraignment that I was allowed to still work, not have any, do not speak or say or anything if I was to come past them. That wasn't, the magistrate said that in the arraignment. That was discussed in the arraignment of the original bond. If I was told that I was not to be in the entire.
Let me ask you this. If you see Ms. Mills there, why wouldn't you just go to the furthest register I could possibly find?
So when I was, the time they saw me, I was already at the register. They turned the registers open, and I was at my register doing what I do, bagging, scanning. I had nothing, I was taking care of what I need to take care of for the order I was doing. There was nothing other than just my presence being there doing a job. And that's what the magistrate, I explained to the magistrate was okay with it.
Mr. Jones, it's hard for me to believe you.
It's the truth, Your Honor.
And Judge, well, I know he has very little credibility. The only goal here is to not be near the victims, not harass them, and still allow him to support his.
That's my problem, Mr. Amadeo. I don't know what I can trust with him.
I understand.
He was on conditions, yeah, he could work, but I don't want a circumstance where all of a sudden I get some other excuse. And like I said, there's still this whole Instagram. I think what I see an individual that is given rules, but then decides that he wants to skirt right around the edge of those rules.
I think it's pretty clear at this juncture, Your Honor, that if he were to be before you on a violation, he's very clear he would get the maximum sentence. And that's been explained in no implicit terms when I took over the case.
Well, right. I get that, Mr. Amadeo. It's not you that I have an issue with. It's your client I have an issue with. I mean, I have an issue with, and I realize, Mr. Amadeo, you weren't here, but with his whole justification as to why he did what he did.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sitting there listening to him testify, and I don't believe it. And obviously, the jury did not. And then just I think vile is too kind a word. I mean, in terms of what was actually not coming out of his mouth, but being tight to these ladies. And then sitting up here while all that's going on and watching him just, I mean, the way that he was looking at him while they're testifying. I mean, it was, I mean, everybody tells me that he's not violent or anything. I'm going to tell you right now, with the way he was looking at him that day, I wouldn't have bet anything. I wouldn't have bet a single penny I have that he would not have come after them.
This is the part that really lands. The judge isn't just going off the paperwork. She sat through the entire trial and watched how he looked at the victims while they testified. That's why she's telling him straight up. She doesn't trust a word he's saying.
Yeah, I've never had any violence with my ex. I'm not like that. I don't hit women.
Which ex?
The Miss Mills. I've never had any violence. Never, nothing. Not one bit. You can ask her. I've never. That's something I would never have done. I've never done it with anybody. Not with females. I'll work and I will follow everything that this court orders me to do to the letter. I understand that you don't like my credibility and stuff like that. I got that.
It is not an issue about liking your credibility. I just don't think you have any.
I asked the court if you could give me the opportunity to earn your credibility back for my own safety of my daughter and me and her mental health and me being there for her, stuff like that. I beg of you to give me that opportunity to earn the credibility of you.
And he'll be under house arrest.
Maybe you don't get this. What I'm worried about is you being there, because I don't trust you. I just don't.
I want to earn your trust.
I don't. How you earn the trust? You know what, Mr. Jones? Just do the right thing.
Yes.
That's all I'm asking you. Just do the right thing by everybody.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because I can tell you, as I listened to that trial, you did not do the right thing by Miss Mills at all. At all.
I would like a chance to do the right thing.
What?
I would like a chance to
May I say something, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am.
Where he's moving is actually quite a bit closer to where I live as well.
Oh, I know.
Thank
I
you.
know.
Thank you.
No, I know. I know exactly where you guys are, and I know exactly where he's moving to. And it's
my daughter stays same apartment complex with her mother, and so are my stepkids. So it's mainly for them. That's
for what?
Mainly for them, because that way
Mr. Jones, I know. The issue is keeping you away from people you shouldn't be around and making sure that you don't do something that I think that you're capable of. Mr. Jones, you can sit here. I listened to your testimony. You can sit here to me and tell me I won't. The problem is, if you go back over your testimony, I don't think you'd believe it.
I believe myself. I know I won't, so Your Honor.
Well, let me just add this, Judge, and one of always told me was know when to shut up. So I'm going to know when to shut up and just say, if he's on Tether, what's that?
Go ahead. Never mind. Go ahead.
If he's on Tether, if he's on house arrest, and there's a no contact with Miss Mills, and he so much as breathed crooked on her, he knows he'd be looking at 180 days. The whole agenda here, he screwed up. We get that.
Oh,
I get it.
yeah, he did.
I
Big
get
time.
it. I understand
And
that.
I got 3 women that can tell him that.
Understood. But the fourth young woman is who I'm here for. That's why I'm involved in this case. That's his daughter.
Oh, thank you for pointing that out. I didn't know there was another. Can I get a map, please? And we're gonna have to draw boundaries. You can take him back and court's gonna stand in recess. All right. Okay, on the matter, any additional argument from either side?
None from the people, Your Honor.
None from defense, Judge.
What I have decided to do is, having heard everything, is I'm going to give you a bond. That bond's going to be set. The monetary portion of the bond will be $500. I'll give a 10% privilege on that. And then, but defendant cannot be released prior to being placed on a GPS tether. It is an exclusion zone tether, and I'll just make it real clear to you. You are not to enter Pittsfield Township, City of Ann Arbor, or the City of Saline. All right. Anything else?
Oh, thank you, Judge.
All right.
Have a good day.
In the end, Bond, Tether, and he's banned from 3 entire cities just to stay away from the victims and still see his daughter. If you want to see whether he actually follows these conditions, follow this channel, because these cases almost never end where you think they will.